Imagine Japan in the 8th century, a land of serene landscapes and burgeoning culture. The imperial court, a beacon of art and culture, holds sway over the land, dictating the rhythms of life from its majestic palaces. But beneath this veneer of tranquility, whispers of unrest stir on the fringes of its power. Like dark clouds gathering on the horizon, local lords, hungry for land and influence, clash in petty conflicts, their ambitions igniting sparks of discord across the countryside. In this cauldron of uncertainty and ambition, a new force begins to emerge: the samurai, warriors destined to leave an indelible mark on history. These early warriors were not the romanticized figures of later centuries, but rugged provincial fighters, hardened by the harsh realities of their time. They were bound to local lords by oaths of loyalty, their lives intertwined with the fates of their lieges, serving as both protectors and enforcers. Their skills were practical, honed through constant skirmishes, and their weaponry, though less refined, was deadly in their capable hands. The bow, not the sword, reigned supreme in these early days, a weapon of choice that required precision and patience. Mounted archery was their forte, a skill honed through relentless practice and constant skirmishes, making them formidable opponents on the battlefield. Yet even in these nascent stages, the seeds of the samurai spirit were sown, a spirit characterized by unwavering loyalty, martial prowess, and a fierce sense of honor. Loyalty, martial prowess, and a fierce sense of honor already defined these warriors, setting the foundation for the legendary samurai code that would evolve in the centuries to come. They were the protectors, the enforcers, the guardians of a land on the brink of change, standing as bulwarks against the chaos that threatened to engulf their world. Little did they know, their emergence marked the beginning of a warrior legacy that would shape Japan for centuries to come, a legacy that would be remembered and revered long after their time had passed. As centuries passed, the samurai's role in Japanese society transformed. Initially, they were the loyal protectors of local lords, known as daimyo, who ruled over various regions of Japan. These warriors were bound by duty and honor to defend their master's territories and uphold their authority. No longer mere protectors of local lords, they rose to become powerful figures in their own right. Their influence extended beyond the battlefield, as they began to play significant roles in the political and social spheres of Japan. Samurai were not just warriors, they were also statesmen, scholars, and patrons of the arts. The tumultuous Genpei War, from 1180 to 1185, solidified their ascendancy. This conflict was a pivotal moment in Japanese history, as it marked the end of the Heian period and the beginning of the Kamakura period. The war was characterized by fierce battles and strategic maneuvers, showcasing the samurai's martial prowess and tactical acumen. This epic clash between the Minamoto and Taira clans saw the samurai at the forefront of the fighting. The Minamoto clan, under the leadership of Minamoto no Yoritomo, emerged victorious, paving the way for a new era of samurai dominance. The Taira clan, despite their initial successes, were ultimately defeated and their power was shattered. The Minamoto's victory ushered in the Kamakura shogunate in 1192. This new government was a military dictatorship led by the shogun, who wielded supreme power over the country. The establishment of the shogunate marked a significant shift in Japanese governance, as the emperor's authority became largely ceremonial. This marked a turning point. The warrior class now held the reins of power. The samurai were no longer just enforcers of the daimyo's will, they were the ruling elite. Their rise to power was accompanied by a profound transformation in Japanese society, as the values and ideals of the samurai became deeply ingrained in the culture. For the next 700 years, Japan would be ruled by shoguns, with the samurai as their enforcers. This period, known as the feudal era, saw the samurai maintain their dominance through a combination of military might and political acumen. They enforced the shogun's laws and maintained order throughout the land. This era saw the rise of iconic figures like Minamoto Yoritomo, the first shogun, and the legendary warrior monk Musashi Miyamoto. Yoritomo's leadership laid the foundation for the shogunate system, while Musashi's exploits and writings on strategy and martial arts left an indelible mark on samurai culture. With power came wealth and influence. The samurai amassed great fortunes through their control of land and resources. They became patrons of the arts, supporting the development of literature, painting, and theater. Their wealth allowed them to live in grand estates and enjoy a lifestyle of luxury and refinement. Samurai families established vast estates, becoming feudal lords in their own right. These estates were centers of power and culture, where the samurai could exercise their authority and indulge in their interests. The castles they built were not only fortresses but also symbols of their status and prestige. They cultivated a strict code of conduct, Bushido, the way of the warrior. This code emphasized virtues such as courage, honor, and loyalty. It was a moral framework that guided the samurai in all aspects of their lives, from their duties as warriors to their personal relationships and daily routines. This emphasized honor, loyalty, discipline, and self-sacrifice. The samurai were expected to uphold these values at all times, even at the cost of their lives. Acts of bravery and selflessness were celebrated, while dishonor and betrayal were met with severe consequences. It was a code that permeated every aspect of a samurai's life, from the battlefield to the tea ceremony. Whether in the heat of combat or the tranquility of a tea gathering, the principles of Bushido were ever present, shaping the samurai's actions and decisions. This holistic approach to life and duty set the samurai apart as a unique and enduring symbol of Japanese culture. The samurai's appearance was as striking as his code of conduct. Clad in meticulously crafted armor, the samurai was a symbol of both martial prowess and cultural sophistication. Early armor, known as, was a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Each piece was designed not only for protection, but also to convey the status and identity of the warrior. Crafted from lacquered leather and iron plates, it was designed for mounted combat. The armor was lightweight yet durable, allowing for agility and speed on the battlefield. Large, boxy shoulder guards and a distinctive helmet, often adorned with horns or crests, made the samurai a formidable sight on the battlefield. These elements were not just for show. They served to intimidate opponents and protect vital areas. But the samurai's weapon of choice, the one that truly captured the imagination, was the katana. This sword was more than just a tool of war. It was a symbol of the samurai's honor and spirit. This elegantly curved, single-edged sword was more than just a weapon. It was an extension of the samurai's soul. The katana's design allowed for swift, precise cuts, making it a deadly instrument in skilled hands. Forged from the finest steel, with a blade renowned for its sharpness and strength, the katana was the product of centuries of metallurgical skill. The process of creating a katana was an art form involving multiple layers of steel folded over and over to create a blade of exceptional quality. Wielding the katana was an art form in itself. Samurai trained from a young age to master the intricacies of swordsmanship, dedicating their lives to perfecting their technique. Samurai trained relentlessly in swordsmanship, mastering various schools of combat like Kenjutsu and Iaijutsu. Kenjutsu focused on the techniques of sword fighting, while Iaijutsu emphasized the quick draw and strike. These disciplines emphasize speed, precision, and the ability to draw and strike in a single, fluid motion. The samurai's training was rigorous, involving countless hours of practice to achieve a level of skill that could mean the difference between life and death. The katana, in the hands of a skilled samurai, was a thing of deadly beauty. It was not just a weapon, but a symbol of the samurai's dedication, discipline, and mastery of their craft. The sight of a samurai wielding a katana was both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a testament to the warrior's skill and the blade's lethal potential. The samurai's influence on Japanese culture extended far beyond the battlefield. Their values, honor, discipline, and self-sacrifice left an indelible mark on Japanese society. The martial arts, particularly disciplines like kendo, the way of the sword, and judo, the gentle way, owe their existence to samurai traditions. These arts emphasize not just physical prowess, but also mental discipline and spiritual growth. Samurai literature and poetry also flourished, offering glimpses into their code of conduct and worldview. Works like The Tale of Haikai and Hagakur explored themes of loyalty, duty, and the ephemeral nature of life. These stories, often filled with tragedy and heroism, continue to resonate with audiences today, offering timeless lessons on courage and resilience.